I've always been fascinated by Norway. It's a very peaceful country, very beautiful, very nice, according to what I felt about it. So I was really excited to watch a Norwegian film, but I had no knowledge on Norwegian cinema. So I went to the internet to search. And I saw some highly rated movies on like IMDb and Letterboxd that, I don't know, did not really pique my interest. Then I went to check Norwegian Reddit. That's, as a Norwegian, what movie recommend for someone to watch? And almost all of them universally said Trollhunter. Trollhunter is a 2010 movie directed by Andre Overdahl. So let's get into it. The movie starts off with one of these, based on true stories type stuff. Apparently, an anonymous person sent the recordings of this film to a film studio, and the film studio pieced it together. The movie starts off showing three children in a car, and on the radio says that a bear has been hunting people, and they have sent bear hunters to kill it. Then the bear hunters are shown, and bear hunters are talking about how a poacher is also trying to kill the bears, and how they don't like that at all. Later, I find out that three people in the car are student journalists, and they're trying to follow the story. And they start tracking the poacher. They track him down to a trailer park, and when they try to interview him, he tells them to get lost. They don't get lost, which is very stupid of them, and they keep following him. A bear is found dead, and the hunters believe that the bear was not killed there, that someone dumped it there. The students keep on following the poacher all over the country until they follow him into a forest, where they hear groans. Suddenly, he appears, screams, "Troll," and runs. Apparently, something is chasing them. One of the lead journalists gets bitten, and they eventually run away to his trailer. He drives them to where they park their car, and they see that it's severely damaged and there's slime on it. In this scenario, you expect the students to be scared and be trying to preserve their life, but the students are still trying to form journalists and trying to ask the man questions about, what's going on, this one, that one. And like, nigga, why? Bruh. But after much begging though, the hunter agrees to let them follow him and film him, if they do whatever he says at all times. They stop at a motel. The next night, he drives them back to the forest. When they were about to enter the forest, he asks them whether they believe in God. And they all say no. And he tells them to wash themselves at a nearby river and scrub their skin with the stench of the troll. Okay, they obviously don't want to do it. And he reminds them that they said they will do whatever he asks. So they have to do it. They follow the man, and he says they are looking for a ringo fish, whatever that means. He tells them to be somewhere, and they start making jokes about how he's trolling them. Then they hear growls. He comes out saying, "He's a tosser lad, get out of here." Which kind of names are these? At first, they wait to actually see it because they're stupid children. Then they actually see the troll, and they start running. They make it into the car, and the poacher shines light on it, and it turns to stone. By the way, the name of the students are, the lead journalist is called Thomas. The sound girl is called Joanna. But the cameraman's name is never said, so I'm just going to call him cameraman. After the troll turns to stone, he starts querying them that one of them is a believer, and that is why it was chasing them. What? He also says the reason people don't know trolls exist is because the government doesn't want them to know. But he's telling them now because he's tired of this shitty job. I support him because I don't know why you're working as a troll hunter. Like, which type of crazy ass job is that? In the morning, a crew comes to dump a bear there to cover up the troll's killing, which explains the earlier scene. Hans, who is the poacher, says that there are many types of trolls, including rim tosser, tosser lad, and ringo fish. These are all real names, by the way. He starts giving them some context about trolls and about his job. Apparently, the government pays him to hunt trolls that escape their native region. They go around the country looking for the ringo fish Hans sensed earlier. They find some sheep carcasses, and Hans sets some traps for the ringo fish. In the night, the ringo fish comes to eat one of the sheep, and this is such a brutal scene. The Hans use the blood of a Christian man, I'm not even joking, to bathe the troll in an attempt to collect his blood. The troll nearly kills him, but he collects the blood and kills the troll. Then they go on more adventures looking for more trolls. They go to a farm where the farmer thinks a tornado ravaged some trees, but they all know better. They come back in the night and they enter a cave, which is the lair of some trolls. The cave is empty though, but as they are about to leave, the trolls return and they have to hide. The cameraman is anxiously rubbing the troll's stench on himself and panicking, and they're all asking why he's so flustered, and he reveals that he is a Christian. Then the trolls start chasing them, and they all run away apart from the cameraman, who they catch and kill. Chai. Then they hire a new camerawoman, Melissa, who is a Muslim. Oh yeah, now. They find out that Ijotna, which is a very big troll, is on the loose, so they go looking for him. Thomas is getting sicker and sicker from the bites I mentioned earlier. The vet calls and tells Hans that the Ringu fish that beats Thomas had rabies. So apparently, Thomas now has rabies. The Jotna finds them, and Hans tries to lure it away with Christian music. Then the chase occurs. Hans eventually defeats the Jotna, but the government comes to stop them. The teenagers tries to run away, and the movie ends. Then at the end of the film, it says that the teenagers have all vanished after this incident. So what are my thoughts on this movie? I don't even know where to start. It is so weird. When I say a movie is weird, I'm not trying to say the movie is bad. There's nothing wrong with being weird. I don't really subscribe to the idea of anytime you're watching a movie, you have to feel happy. Like, if the movie is not making you have fun, or it's not making you feel happy, then that means the movie is not a good movie. I don't really subscribe to that idea. A movie can make you feel weird, it can make you feel sad, it can make you feel angry, it can make you feel happy. So many emotions, there are so many range of emotions you can feel from a movie. And if a movie makes you feel those emotions, and it's well constructed, I feel like the movie is good. And this movie is good just because it's so weird. Mind you, the lighting, the technicality of the movie is all sound and all there. But when you now look at the way, like, the seriousness of which they play something, like, for example, the funniest part of the movie was when Hans was luring the Jotna away with Christian music. It was so stupid, but they played it so seriously, so in such a straight man way that it just turns around and gets funny. Like, they have into some of these themes, some of this Norwegian folklore, and they just delve into the silliness of it, but they play it so straight. This combined with, like, some of the humor and some of the horror elements. I'm not really a fan of horror movies. Let me just get that out there. But, like, I'll say, in terms of horror, the movie, held its weight. It was not crazy, but, like, again, I'm not a fan. But the movie was not bad in terms of the horror. So, like, the movie combined the silliness, the jokes with the horror elements, and there are some criticisms to be had. Yeah, I don't really like talking about flaws of a movie like that. Like, I really don't like it. I like looking for the good things, but, like, I feel like generally overall, this was a fun watch, and this was an enjoyable watch. So thank you for watching this video, and bye bye.